Hi guys, how's everybody doing? So just a shorter video today. I just wanted to acknowledge Mars moving into the sign of Cancer after spending about 6-7 months in the sign of Gemini, which is not very common for Mars because Mars is the planet that likes to move. It's the planet of action. From the evolutionary astrology, of course, Mars represents new beginning, our instinctual desire to start something new, go in a new direction. And yeah, today Mars have moved into the sign of Cancer, where it will remain only for 2 months. It will actually move into the sign of Leo on the 21st of May. So we'll have only 2 months of this energy. So Mars will not hang around. And the most prominent aspect, which I can see and I would like to talk about, and I very deeply resonate with, and I explain why in a moment, is that Mars actually, by entering the sign of Cancer, is in conjunction with Pluto, now newly homed in the sign of Aquarius. So as everybody is probably aware, Pluto entered the sign of Aquarius 2 days ago, and now with Mars entering the sign of Cancer, they are making this aspect in conjunction. And what it actually means in a normal language is that it's a blind spot, so they can't see each other. So what this energy really feels to me like, and I can describe my personal experience, is everybody is aware Pluto just entered the sign of Aquarius. So guys, this is a new beginning. We know, as I discussed also in my previous video, which was on this theme, and also the theme of the new moon in Aries, equinox, we know that there is a lot of new beginnings, a lot of need for changes, to go in a different direction in our life, to implement changes into our life, to make some decision that will allow us to move forward onto manifesting our dreams. But we also understand that in order to do that, we need to let go of the old patterns, the way of thinking, and all that. So practically, most people are aware that in order for the new to come and to begin, we need to shift something, let go of something that represents our old life. And now, obviously, Mars moving into the Cancer. What do we know about Cancer? From the traditional astrology, everybody associate Cancer with the family, the ancestor line, our sense of safety and security, and that's all valid. But also from the point of evolutionary astrology, it represents our ego identity. So how do I identify myself in this reality? Because we know that we are souls having a human experience. As a soul, we are unlimited. We don't need labels, but being here on this planet Earth, we need to call ourselves something. We need to do certain, work. So we have label as what is our job, what is our occupation, and all these labels that come with, who we identify ourselves as. That is also Cancer. That is our ego identity. And now Mars coming into the sign of Cancer is telling us, well, there is a need for a change, or there is a need for a new beginning, or instinctually we might feel that actually that which we identify ourselves as, which we felt safe and secure calling ourselves as, that doesn't work for us anymore. And why is this? Is this in conjunction with Pluto in Aquarius? Because Pluto in Aquarius is telling us there is a new beginning of this new 20-year cycle that is going to bring a lot of changes which are coming very fast, because Aquarius is the electricity. It's a sign of acceleration, progress, technology, obviously AI, as everybody's talking about. And Pluto in Aquarius is telling us, I'm coming for 20-year cycle to completely transform and transmute the world you're living in, to help you take your power back. It's not going to be easy, because it requires for you to let go of who you thought you were. And that is the inconjunct between Pluto in Aquarius, which is this flavor of a new times, of this age of Aquarius, of progress, which is coming at the accelerated speed, and we cannot stop it whether we like it or not. And then there is this holding on to the old, because Cancer is this, like our ancestor line, our family, our tradition, our home, is this thing that is keeping us safe and secure, is making us feel This is familiar. This is me. This is like my favorite blanket from when I was a baby, and it makes me feel safe. And now suddenly this Pluto is saying, in order for you to go to the age of Aquarius, this has to be transmuted, because it's limiting you. It's not allowing you to step into this new energy, because it represents something that is old, which, I don't want to go too much into too many things, but that's represented by Capricorn. As we know, the government, the structures, the systems, they are all crumbling. And we can see it especially very, very physically, since Saturn moved into the sign of Pisces, which is the ending, that it's the end of the cycle. It's all about dissolving. So anyway, so going back to Cancer and Pluto having this, Mars in Cancer and Pluto in Aquarius having this conversation, it creates a lot of instability. It's a blind spot. So it's like, okay, well, in order for me to become this, which you offer in Pluto, what do I need to do? Who do I need to become? And it makes me feel insecure. It makes me feel unsafe, because I understand that there are things that need to change, but I don't want to let go of the old because it's comfortable. It makes me feel safe. It makes me feel secure. It's familiar. It's something that my ancestors been doing for eons, right? Or our culture associated ourselves with for a long time, right? And now suddenly Pluto in Aquarius is saying, no, this doesn't work anymore. This, we need to let go of that. This is the past. It is not gonna necessarily help you. It's not gonna serve you. It's keeping you in a state of being limited. And there is this frustration. There is this, it's not frustration as such. Is this blind spot? Is this the unknown? Is this unknown? The fear of unknown. So pretty much what Mars in Cancer for these 2 months that it's going to hang around, actually by the time that it moves into the sign of Leo, Pluto will already be in retrograde, so it will be going backwards, right? And shortly after, it will actually move back into the sign of Capricorn to do some extra more work in regards of what it's been doing for past 15 years, helping the structure erode even further, as we can see around us in the world. So anyway, for these 2 months upcoming, less than 2 months until 21st of May, we'll have the opportunity to identify what it actually is that needs to be let go, what it is that is a part of our ego identity that we associated with who we are, with labeling ourselves, that is just not going to cut it into the future, that unfortunately, as much as it might make us feel safe and secure, it's not part of the future. It's something that will have to be let go and will have to be transmuted, because it's keeping us in a state of disempowerment. And Pluto wants us to be empowered. Pluto wants us to be individuated, take authority over our life, be in control. But in a Cancer sign, it's like a home and family. Like we all want to stick together no matter what, because it's the familiar. But Pluto is saying, no, you have to go out there and find yourself. You have to go and find your tribe, and that's how you really will step into your power, by stepping outside of the familiar, stepping outside of your comfort zone. And interestingly enough, as many people understand, Cancer is associated with the moon. It's similar energy. It's actually an evolutionary astrology. It represents the same archetype. At the time when Mars entered into the sign of Cancer, did I just say Capricorn? I meant Cancer. Moon and Cancer is the same archetype. At the time when Mars shifted into the sign of Cancer, Moon was still in Taurus, which is obviously very earthy energy, very steady. It's also inviting us to learn about ourselves, because Taurus is our self-love, our values, our needs, and then shortly after it shifted into the sign of Gemini. So that's where Moon is currently at the moment. So it's this shift from going into something that is familiar, the earth, and now suddenly it's like questioning it, like, okay, but is it really, is it still, like with the Mars in Cancer, is like, is this still who I am? Is this still part of my identity? Or is this something who I wear, but maybe I am not anymore? So which one is it? And then this inconjunct with the Pluto, this blind spot, like when you're driving and there is a point which you can't see, your blind spot, there is something that we maybe not seeing yet. Maybe we already feeling it. Maybe we already starting to think about it. We start questioning and inquiring, being curious about it, but we don't know quite what it is yet. Because it's not the time for us to know. But this year will offer the opportunity to find out, because this is the transitionary year when Pluto is still hopping back and forth between Cancer, Capricorn and Aquarius. But then next year it will be mostly full speed ahead in the sign of Aquarius. So yeah, to be honest, this is exactly what I'm going through in my personal experience, like being very aware that the way that I used to be and how I identify myself until this point is not serving me anymore. It's not something I can take with me into the future, because it's keeping me feel disempowered. You know, these old identities like, oh, I can't do that. Oh, I'm not good at that. Oh, no, this is not me. But who am I? What it really is me? And is this really set in a stone? Is this something that we think doesn't change? Because the soul doesn't change. The soul is limitless and is forever, right? But our ego, our identification in this human form changes all the time. We go through cycles, and I mean, even the soul obviously grows and evolves, but in essence, soul it's unlimited. It's a part of the source. But us in a human form, we go through so many changes in our life. So that's why this Mars in Cancer, I think, how I'm feeling and tapping into energy is inviting us into understanding that what really is you, who you really are, and how you really identify yourself in this moment. And this is this who you were like 1 week ago, 1 year ago? Is this who you want to be 1 year from now? And if not, then, what do we need to step into to feel more free, more who we really are, like to connect that physical with the emotional and the rational. Like all this has to be in alignment. Like, do I feel that this is who I am? Do I act in a way that represents who I am? And am I thinking in the way, like it all has to be in alignment. So anyway, so this is what comes for me, what I feel that this transit is inviting us to do for the upcoming 2 months. And as we understand that there will be a lot of shifts in the meanwhile, obviously with the eclipse season kicking off in April, which is just around the corner. But I'll speak about this in more depth as the time is approaching, as the time goes on. But I just wanted to give shout out and acknowledgement to Mars, that today is the day when it finally shifted from the sign of Gemini into sign of Cancer, and how I'm personally feeling this energy. And it's I can definitely feel the blind spot. It's like, I know this is not working, but I don't know what to replace it with. I don't know what is the new. And perhaps other people are tapping into the same thing. You can comment and share your experience. How is it showing up for you? And of course, if you would like a more in-depth understanding of your chart, then feel free to drop me an email, and we can see if I can support you in the process. And also, if you enjoy my content, please like and subscribe. And you can also follow me on Instagram and Facebook. I put all the details in the description. So much love to everyone. Have a great day and have a lovely weekend. And I'll speak to you again soon. Okay, bye for now.